Here's a funny story. I was walking around good old Home Depot. Couldn't find anything. Actually, I did. I found all the supplies. But the fun part is I was walking through the aisle of power tools, and for some reason they had drawer handles. And I was like, is that the teak tuning rail from Teak Tuning? It's that time of day. Y'all know what we doing today. We doing a DIY project. I got me some clear coat. I got me some concrete. I got me some coping. I got myself this random all rail. I got me some popsicle sticks. And I got me this MDF board. Now it's 2. And then we got ourselves some basic tools. You know, stuff you need for any DIY project. Like, that's what we doing. We need them. Like, yeah. Alright, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I am going in without a plan. I mean, I have 2, so if I mess up on one, then I can just make another one. But anyways, I'm thinking of doing some sort of, like, quarter pipe, but, like a curved one or something. Like, where it goes up right here and then into the quarter pipe or something. Maybe it'll have multiple different levels or something. I don't know. Sorry, I did all the shopping without you guys, but, yeah. I was... yeah, busy. You know how life works. You get busy. We'll see what we can do with this. I also forgot to mention one thing. I have a brick. Yeah. Brick. Maybe we can use this as like the back of the quarter pipe or something. We'll see what it... Alright, I'm gonna give y'all a better view of what I'm doing rather than like seeing me, because you don't need to see me, y'all. I'm too perfect. I'm too weird for y'all to see me. Anyways, we got some liquid nails for us to put the brick onto the wood. So. Liquid nails secured. Now it's time to place. Placey, placey, eggs and bakey. The load has been dropped off. By the load, I mean the brick, and by dropped off, I mean glued to this. So, it's dry enough that I would say that we can start putting on the concrete. So, that's what we're gonna do. So this might be the least efficient way of putting on concrete you've ever seen, but I'm using a plastic spoon because I don't want to ruin any of my other stuff. Now, I don't want to waste all my concrete, so I'm going to be using a handful of rocks to help build up this part. The other, so, yeah. Okay, now that the main part's kind of done shaping, I want to add a little bit of a higher part right here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I will add some like final smoothing touches right when I finish laying the base concrete, because this thing dries in like an hour or two, I think. So hopefully it doesn't morph out of shape or anything, but I would like to finish making this go down, and then we should be pretty much done, and then it'll be on to sanding and stuff. So yeah, we're done. If you guys see anything that I've just absolutely sucked at throughout this video, just like drop it in the comments. I'll use it. I'll use your tips for future DIY projects like this one. So let's go. Now we're gonna go over it with this and try to smooth it a little bit. What if it doesn't work? That'd suck. Okay, so far this has taken me a good chunk of the day. No, I'm just kidding. It took like an hour or so to build this so far. I'm gonna add the coping now and sand it down, clear coat it. That should wrap up the video. Actually, no, we gotta sesh it. So, let's do this. Add the coping. Probably gonna need about 2 bars of coping, so let's do this. Switch it up! Alright, I think I shaped it well enough that I can let it open. So, let's put it on. Just gotta finish smoothing, making it smooth and stuff. And yeah, we'll be good, and then we can let it dry, and then we can sesh it. Bye-bye. But check that out. That is the finished product for my park. Our park. Actually, it's not quite finished yet. I do have to do some sanding and stuff, but that might have to be tomorrow because it is getting a little late. And eventually, I'm going to need more than just this light in order to keep filming. So maybe I'll get some more footage, but for now I'm just gonna clean up a little bit. Hopefully it dries soon. I don't know. We'll see what works, but This also probably wasn't that smart of me to use a concrete patch, and like, yeah, it worked really well. I didn't have to find the water to concrete ratio that like perfectly worked for this park and stuff, but like, I honestly think it looks good. I think that hopefully it'll turn out really well. I maybe even better than my last one. Here's the lore before I finish cleaning up my park. I actually made another park like a while ago, like probably when this YouTube channel first started out of concrete, but I used the wrong type of concrete, and it didn't turn out too well. I had to just throw it away without, like, it had too many big pebbles and stuff, so I couldn't actually sand the entire thing down, and I had to just throw it away. So this is my second attempt, which is enormously shrunken down from the first attempt. But hey, if this works, then we can have bigger park projects in the future. So let's hope it works. Yeah. Now, cleaning montage.
Yes, I'll come back to you. Then I'll ask, what have we done under the sun?
So that was the end of the, I guess the main process before I have to do, like, sanding, clear coat, and whatnot. But we're gonna hopefully this dries within the next couple of hours so I can film this part 2 on the same day. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to come back in 24 hours to check back up on it, see if it's all dried, and if it has, then yeah, I'll be really excited, and we can sand it down, add a clear coat, and then sesh it. Yeah, add some art too. That'll be probably pretty cool, hopefully. I'm really excited to see if this works or not, and get to know whether I can do projects like this again in the future with the technique that I've done with them already. And I don't know. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't, then we'll have to try a new technique for another video and use the other supplies that I have for this too. So, yeah. Okay, so I may have underestimated the amount of time that it'll take. I think since this is the concrete patch, it might take a little, yeah, probably 24 hours or something. So, yeah, it's gonna suck a little bit. Second thing that I have to say is, I know I was hinting at this rail in the very beginning of the video, but I can't really add it to that park right now, and I think I'm gonna save the other materials for a later video, so you'll get to see this in a future video probably. So yeah, maybe I'll add it to another park. Maybe that one will be more of a street section or something, but yeah, we'll see what works. Yeah, well, too bad. I was kind of sad that I wasn't able to use this video, but I think what we got done so far is actually sick. So, like, no worries and all, but I'm really excited to use this in a future video. So, yeah. I also don't remember if I said so or not. I have 2 pieces of coping left. So, yay, we can make bigger projects in the future. So, yeah. The total for this project with all of the stuff that I ordered, like, in total, it came around $40, so it wasn't actually as expensive as I thought it would be. And my other, as I told earlier, my other fingerboard part cost me like $150. So it's been about 24 hours, and we're gonna go check and see if the concrete is finished drying. Okay, so it's dried enough to the point where it doesn't get on my fingers or anything when I touch it, but there are spots on it. Like, I can tell that this entire bowl is still, like, wet underneath, because I can, I guess, morph it a tiny bit. So I wouldn't say that we sand it right now. I'm going to move it to a different spot where it has more airflow, which will allow it to dry a bit faster. But then, after I give it more airflow, it should take another 12 to 24 hours to till I can sand it down and start drawing on it, I guess. And then after we finish doing all the art and stuff, in another 24 hours or so, we can do clear coat and then shred it. So it's good news, bad news, kind of half and half. So I put it on top of the shelf in my room. So yeah. It's the next day. And today is the day that we get to sand this. Alright guys, I think it's time that we go from 60 grit sandpaper to 1 grit sandpaper. Whoa. Ah, crap. Zach. That's cracking underneath. Dang it. Alright, apparently there was some cracking underneath part of the quarter pipe. Now that we've finished with the sanding, now that we've finished with the sanding, we can move on to drawing.
Yes, I'll come back to you. Then I'll ask, what have we done under the sun?
Let's go outside and clear coat it. It's pretty windy outside, so it'll probably dry the clear coat a bit faster. So let's get ready and apply it.
Yes, I'll come back to you. No, I won't ask where you run under the sun.
If I'm not mistaken, that clear coat should take like 15 or so minutes to dry, and then we can put on a second layer. It's been 5 days since we started building this thing, and it's pretty solid. Honestly, you can't, since I'm kind of this is just a first test almost, you can't really do a bulk amount of quick patch, otherwise it won't completely dry. So underneath there is like a layer of wet concrete still, and it probably won't ever dry because it's buried beneath a giant layer of the same type of concrete. You need to get like Quikrete or something if you want to use it in bulk like this, but other than that, this obstacle is solid. Like, I love it. I think rather than using a brick in the back, because that kind of makes it really heavy on one side, I would use a different material as well. The only thing left to do now is sesh the obstacle, so let's hit it. that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be sure to make more projects like this in the future. I do have tons of leftover supplies and that handlebar thing that I could use as a rail for another DIY project. Maybe that'll be a future video that comes soon. We'll see. Looking forward to using this in future videos and also using it on stream and stuff as well. So thank you all so much for watching. Please use all my mistakes as tips for you guys to make better projects than me. And if you ever make any projects, please post it under my community as well as joining my Discord. I will have a Rate My Obstacle section up soon. Yeah, I'm hoping to see a lot of you guys on there so that we can have a community or something. So be sure to join that. Link's in my bio. And yeah, thank you so much for watching again. And see you in the next one. Peace.